So here is a crazy day in the life of a realtor. I know I have a few people interested in joining our team, and we got some more coming on board. I formed MCV Realty LLC under Michael Vandergrift, and recently I've teamed up with my mentor and now full partner, Jeff Sell Your Home Lawson. Our partnership, we're going to be amazing. Eventually, we're bound and determined to be one of the top teams in the area because we're like salt and pepper. I mean, it's just, he always laughs and calls us, he's Sheldon's sister and I'm Sheldon. He's a hilarious, funny guy. I'm the guy you can trust and going to work his butt off and does the stat side. But Jeff has a lot of knowledge too, and he cares about clients just as much as I do. It's just nice when we have two opposite perspectives coming in. Gives clients a lot more value to have that, and we work on every deal together. And I'm never, no matter how big we get, or even if we get to be one of those big teams doing over 100 deals a year, I'm going to still make sure I look over every single deal, and I'm going to be in the game and getting down in the dirt with my agents. That's just, I've learned my lessons over the years in different businesses, and I like to be in the dirt and in it. And I love the emotion, and we've got a lot closing now. Finally, we've had a lot pending. We got a lot going on, so much, can't post everyone. I try to get the pictures at closing, and I'm going to try to make a better focus of that. So I can show all these great people we're helping out. And we just keep getting referrals from people because we do a great job, and we are looking out for the client's best interest. We are client-centric, and I just love the emotion and just so much. I mean, I've never sold a product like this, but a day in the life of a realtor, I actually woke up for some dumb reason for the storms at like 3 a.m. Went out for a drive in it with the dog, because she's the only one that likes to get up with me at 3 a.m. The wife gets upset when I wake her up. So got back, went out driving around for a little bit, came back, decided to do some paperwork, check on some things. A lot of what you're doing as a realtor is following up, making sure stuff's getting done on the timelines, making sure your clients know what's going on. So I made sure some paperwork was done, got some more done, processed. At 7 a.m. every day, I start out with, doing some studying. I'm always doing market research and just other research. Like this morning, for instance, I watched a lecture from one of the top mortgage brokers in the country. And he gave some great advice. Especially, we're dealing with all new issues with COVID still. I mean, even though we've been in it a while, but it's still uncharted territory. And picked up a few key ideas from him. It was pretty great. And I've got some great lenders I work with too, that give me advice when I need it. And the biggest thing in real estate is knowing what you know and what you don't know, and not being afraid to say, hey, that's something I'm not real familiar with. Let me get an expert on it. Let me call somebody, find out. I always call Vicky at the office the wise old owl. She's been in it 39 years. And her wealth of knowledge is amazing, but she'll even admit when it's an area she doesn't know, because nobody can be an expert in everything. It's just, that's impossible. You're delusioned if you believe you know everything about everything. But you need to know what you know and what you don't know. And me and Jeff are really good at that. And we're really good at finding who does know this or that. Working on some commercial deals now. That's doing it. But pretty much the day in the life where I digress a lot, and I apologize. I'm going to work on that too, because I think it'll be better for my video content. I want to be educational. But the day in the life of a realtor, started off doing my research and my morning video. I watched that. And then I prep for calling. I get on. I do at least 1 to 3 hours a day of prospecting and calling around, trying to find buyers and sellers for my buyers and sellers. And touching base with my database, making sure they don't need anything or any questions I can answer or help them out with anything. So I did that. Since I didn't sleep a whole lot, about I mean, what time did I go to take a nap? I think it was 9. I probably then about 10:30 took about an hour nap, went up, took an hour nap, got back up, and the phone just was blowing up. But I've got a lot pending right now. I think we're closing another 3 this week and maybe another couple next week. It's just we've had a lot of hang-ups with COVID and just dumb stuff and lending issues and things outside of our control that we're trying to control as much as we can control, and just keeping the clients updated on it. I mean, just a lot of things are backed up too. Appraisals backed up, surveys backed up. And everybody blames COVID for everything. You can also say, a lot of the appraisers are like, oh, because interest rates are so low. So, I was dealing with that. Me and the wife tried to go to Menards and phone just kept blowing up. I finally had to be like, you just do this and I got to go out and work this phone to make sure to get all this stuff organized and, set up for the closing. So a lot of what you do is just talk on the phone. You talk to, what all they talk to? The title company, lenders, other realtors, clients. Because the other realtor will call you. You got to call the client, see what they want to do. Because at the end of the day, we don't make the decisions for you. All we do is advise and consult. And we tell you, these are your options. This is what's going to happen. If you do this, you do that. And we negotiate it all the way through. I got a deal that's closing on the 25th, and we're still negotiating out some personal property items. There's on both sides of it, there's some furniture and stuff people want, and which I'll do a video that goes into further detail on real property and personal property. Pretty much the easiest way to explain it simply is personal property is anything that can be removed from the property. It's not attached to the land. Real property is anything attached to the land or the building. So yeah, and I was on the phone pretty much, what would you say? Pretty much about 10 o'clock. About 10 o'clock stuff coming up. But, I got to thank the Lord for the blessings and giving us all this business. And me and Jeff are still working out some communication things. We're doing pretty good at it. We're pretty good on the fly. So, I forgot to tell him something, but he was calling an agent for a client of ours, and I forgot to tell him a piece of information he needed, but it all worked out. I talked to that agent later. So nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. The thing is, we own up to it. We mess up, we're going to say, hey, we messed up. Let's see what we can do to mitigate it. So yeah, in real estate, you spend a lot of time on the phone, a lot of time driving around, doing that. And, but I have to say I love it, and I welcome anybody that wants to come on our team. If you want to put in the time and the work, I can show you how it's done, and I can show you a career, that you will love. And you can take naps. It's awesome. And I love naps. So everybody have a great day. And if you ever have any questions, concerns, even with repair people, I got all kinds of repair people. Anytime you want, let me know. Except Sundays. I like to take Sundays off. I do work Monday through Saturday. Be there anytime. Sundays, you got to get Jeff, because that's my day of rest and my day of family and Lord. So, and I love my wife for being so supportive. So, honey, I love you, and I love the challenge thing. And everybody have a great time. You ever want to talk real estate? Let's talk real estate. Bye-bye.